Hello, my friends. This is Andy over today's CBD Oil coming to you live from Brea, California at 6:31. Sorry, I'm 30 seconds late, I think. I'm going to be presenting some frequently asked questions here in just a short minute, just in case you missed my announcement on Saturday about what I was going to be doing over the next couple of days. What I'm doing is I'm creating a series of videos of frequently asked questions that I'm going to be repurposing by cutting them down and putting them into a program that when I see people that are interested, letting them know that there is a page where they can get all of their concerns and worries about CBD and all the other wellness products. Not all of them are concerns, but about their interest in CBD and that type of thing. I'm going to have a page that they're going to go to. They'll be able to put in their name and email address and then get access to a series of videos. That's what I'm creating now. So I mentioned that on Saturday. I did a frequently asked questions video yesterday with the first three. That's why we're starting with 4, 5, and 6 on this one. And we'll be continuing. Tomorrow, I'll be doing one video that's solely on the endocannabinoid system. And then if I can squeeze it in, I'll also be doing one on the Viseo flip chart. And if not tomorrow after the endocannabinoid system, then I'll do it the following day. I know I've done those recently, but they're going to be. I wanted to practice a couple times first and then come back and do them. The endocannabinoid system I've been talking about for 2 years, so that one I really don't need practice. But the one on the Viseo flip chart, the first time I've ever done it was just the other day. So I'm going to do it maybe one more time without an audience, and then I'll come in and do it live. And so that's what I'm doing. Before I start each one of the frequently asked questions, I'm going to clap my hands, and that's going to seem very irritating. However, what it does is it puts an audio spike on that video so that when I'm putting it into a program where I'm going to cut it down, I know where to take the timeline at that audio spike and clip it, and that's where it goes. So by clapping is the same thing as using one of those markers that you see, when somebody's talking about or showing you a movie being made on some type of TV show or movie where they take the clapper and they clap it, and it has the scene, act one, and the name of the actors, that kind of stuff on it. That clapping, that noise causes an audio spike where the editor can go to and cut that splice, if you're ever wondering why they do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. Just makes things easier. I'm also going to be taking down all my branding so that my branding of today's CBD oil does not show up. And that way, if you are a brand partner who's watching, hey, Nabucco, nice to see you. Good morning. I believe Nabucco is watching from Japan, and always happy to see her on. If you're watching and you have not done so yet, please, let me know who you are and where you're watching from and that kind of stuff. But back to my non-branding. So I'm going to take down the branding. So the frame that you see here above and then over here down below, I'm going to take that off. That way, if you're a brand partner and you, want to ask me, for one or more of the videos, I'd be more than happy to share them with you. That way you can download them and repurpose them if you want to. And then I'm going to change the banner, the ticker that's running underneath. I'm going to change it to this one here that says, message me or the person who sent you this video for more information. That way they know. Don't try to find out who I am or, follow my name if if they know my name. But to follow the person who forwarded the video. There's plenty of videos in the app for Viseo. They come with a lot of training videos. By me creating my own videos, it just makes it more personal to certain people. They get to know me and then hopefully look at me as an authority or an expert in this area. And that will hopefully be another magnet to draw them to my team. So that's the strategy behind everything I'm doing. All right. So let me go ahead and take off this frame. And I'll leave the message running underneath. And then what I'm going to do is open up banners again and now put my first question, which is going to be, can I get addicted to CBD? And I'm going to clap my hands, begin the explanation of this particular frequently asked question. I get asked, I don't know if you're watching your brand partner, I get asked all the time. It's very strange, but so I'm going to be answering that question. Many of these videos are very short, but of course the endocannabinoid system and the Viseo flip chart will be the longer of the videos, but most of these videos are fairly short. Why am I doing it on Facebook Live? Well, I think it's a great platform to do this because now I can use this. Right now I'm broadcasting on 2 different Facebook pages. I'm broadcasting in YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. So that's repurposing. People are able to watch this video and see these frequently asked questions. And again, they're able to be a part of this particular show. So if you're watching, feel free and comment and ask any questions you might have. I may not answer it while I'm creating the separate frequently asked question segment, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have at the end, or if you have any tips or advice or something that you like or don't like about what I'm doing. I love to hear those things too, and so feel free. I'm not thin-skinned, and I'm more than happy to listen to any criticism or advice that somebody might have. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and clap my hands, like I said before. After the clapping of the hands, then I'm going to go ahead and start talking as if this is a single segment that's going to be edited and cut and spliced down to this particular segment. All right, here we go. All right, so this frequently asked question is asked quite often, probably more than you think, and that is, can I get addicted to CBD? The answer is no. As I stated in the previous video, our CBD at Vaseo CBD1 product, you know what? I'm going to start that over again. Yes, I'm going to edit this one, and that's what I'm going to do. All right. They don't always go perfect. All right, here we go. One more time. One of the frequently asked questions I get asked all the time is whether CBD is addictive or not. And as I described in one of my last videos in regard to THC, Vaseo CBD1 has no THC. So I can only speak to CBD1 in regard to THC. And other products, those that are bought at other dispensaries or online or out of somebody's trunk, I can't tell you what's in those, and I can't tell you that they may or may not be addictive. For the most part, from what my research that I've done and being a law enforcement officer for 21 years, marijuana typically is not addictive. Now, people get really used to having it around and taking it and making them feel better, that kind of stuff. But in regard to that draw, that hankering that somebody will have for something like heroin or methamphetamine simply is not found in THC. So I can tell you that in relationship to CBD that has THC in it, it probably also is not addictive. Now, CBD1 with Vaseo is THC free. It's non-addictive. It is just like vitamin C or D or A that you may add to your dietary routine on a daily basis, because like those other vitamins, we may be not getting the amount of vitamins we need in those areas, like vitamin D. We may not be getting out in the sun, very often. And so you need to get out in the sun or taking some type of supplement. But it's not addictive in the sense that you need and have a hankering to take it on a daily basis. However, it is something that you should take on a regular basis. And so to answer the question, is CBD addictive? The answer is no. All right, so clap to close out with that one. Again, now I have the two spikes that I can edit and clip, and I know exactly where those edits are. All right, so that was a very simple one. It is one that I'm asked a lot, so it is a video that I wanted to make sure and have in there. And what people are going to do, they're going to go to a landing page. They're going to opt in, like I said before, get a name and put their name in, an email address, and then they're going to have the whole list of frequently asked questions, and they can pick and choose which one they want to watch. They don't have to watch all of them, but they'll be in there for them to watch. All right. So the next one here, really quick. Hey, Nabucco, and asking, she has a few comments here. CBD, yes, CBD is great. I love it. It's changed my life. All right. So the next question, do I need to take CBD forever? Now, this is going to sound very similar to something I just said in regard to addictive, but these are, again, clearly different questions. And so somebody who asks a question about it being addictive may not watch that video and may miss the part where I talked about that it's like a vitamin. So you're going to hear some repetitive information, but it goes along to answer each question specifically. And there always is going to be some crossover from one frequently asked question to the other. So just in case you're thinking, hey, I thought he just said that in the last video. Well, you almost can't say certain things without crossing over to something that I answered in a previous statement. All right, so here we go. One of the other frequently asked questions I get asked all the time is, do I need to take CBD forever? That kind of goes along the lines of maybe somebody who has a history of high blood pressure or something like that, or anxiety, where they're taking some type of pharmaceutical to reduce that anxiety, where it's just something that they're going to have to live with, and that pharmaceutical for them seems to be the thing that helps them, and it kind of keeps those things in check, and they'll take it. And some people that are diabetic, will be on that for the rest of their lives. Do you have to be? No, I know there's things you can do to change your diet and all this other kind of stuff, but in regard to having to take it forever, that's how I'm addressing this question. So do you need to take CBD forever if you have an ailment that you think it's helping you with, and you And the question is, once it begins to reduce that pain or discomfort, the anxiety, the inflammation, what have you, do I need to continue to take it forever, or does that come back? Well, I can only tell you for sure that one thing is for sure. CBD is something that we need every day for the rest of our life. It is something that our body creates. Our body creates CBD for the endocannabinoid system to stay in balance. Now, I'm going to be doing another video on the endocannabinoid system, so you're going to make sure and watch that one, because I go into greater detail about this fantastic system. It virtually regulates our overall wellness. So that system needs CBD. Our body creates endogenous CBD. That's where endocannabinoid comes from, endogenous CBD. And so if we don't get enough CBD, it's not in our diet like it used to be back in the early 1900s and 1800s. It's not in lotions. It's not something that's in our daily life like it used to be. So we don't get it in that way. Maybe we don't eat enough kale because kale has CBD in it. Broccoli has CBD, a very small amount, but it does have it in there. And there's some other plants that do have it. If for whatever reason, some of your health issues may be because you're not getting enough CBD, this may be something that you should take on a regular basis. Again, I talk about other vitamins like vitamin A and C and D and those types of vitamins. We need those vitamins. And if we don't have a diet or a lifestyle that allows us to get those vitamins on a daily basis, we need to take supplements if we're going to get to a place of wellness. If we're missing certain vitamins that our body needs and craves and desires to maintain our health, then we have no choice but to add them through either a diet or a dietary supplement. So I would say that our body needs CBD. And I'm going to take CBD for the rest of my life, because I have done enough research and study, and I realize how much better my health is since I started taking CBD, that I have no desire to stop. And so I would say, do you need to take CBD forever? I don't know necessarily. I can say that you need to, because you may have enough endogenous cannabinoids. You may eat enough broccoli and kale that gives you just that much more that you need, that you can carry on for the rest of your life. But I can tell you, in our daily lifestyle, we have far more carcinogens in our world than we did years ago when the human was first created. Okay. And I know that we don't have it in our diet like we used to, because we used to feed farm animals hemp. And that would be a place where we would get a large amount of CBD from the animals that we consume that we're also feeding on hemp. Our sleep has become less. Our activity sometimes becomes less, and our stress has become greater. And so, because of all those increases, and then also because of the reduction in CBD in our world, I think that as a dietary supplement, it's one of those things that you may want to take for the rest of your life. So the answer to your question is maybe and probably. And so, do you need to? I can't tell you that you need to. The FDA would not allow me to tell you that you need to take something. I can't even tell you that it cures anything because they have not given me that permission to do so. We're talking about a dietary supplement. But based on my research and based on how it's been helping me with my overall wellness, I plan on taking it for the rest of my life and adding it to my diet as a dietary supplement. So I would say that you would be best suited, or not best suited, best served by adding CBD to your diet and taking it for the rest of your life. All right. So I hope that answered your question. I'll see you at the next video. Take care. All right. I hope I answered that question. Let's see who else. Nabucco is really busy on this. Hey, Sarah, nice to see you. All right, Sarah, if you're wondering what I'm doing, you may have to watch, the beginning of the video, but I'm creating a series of frequently asked questions that I'm going to be downloading. I have a system that uploads it to Dropbox, and I'm going to be taking out these videos that I'm creating for a project that I have that you'll obviously see at another time. Hey, Bruce, nice to see you. My feet are so fidgety when I hit the stack every night. I take one Advil every night to stop it. Don't like the daily Advil. Yes, you should not take Advil on a daily basis, Bruce. And it's what's that called? It's called active leg syndrome, busy leg syndrome. What's the name of it? There's a name for it. Hey, Sarah, help me out. You know the name of it. It's not coming to me, but I have seen posts in some of the testimonial pages for CBD, and where this is addressed specifically. Restless leg syndrome. There you go. I just thought of it. Now somebody's going to pop it up there. But restless leg syndrome is is it an ailment? Can I call it an ailment? It is a thing that I see on a lot of testimonials where people who have begun taking CBD have seen a reduction, if not the disappearance of restless leg syndrome. Now, does it work for everybody? I say this for everybody. This CBD does not help everybody with all the things that it's helped me with all the time. I know that the sales CBD1 is far more better absorbed because of the liposome technology. And that's one of the biggest reasons why CBD works for some and works for others. They are taking a pure CBD that simply does not get absorbed in the body. Vaseo has solved that problem by adding liposome technology in their patented formula. And so that allows it to get into your body more readily. So you may want to give it a shot. And I would give it about 30 days of taking it on a daily basis before you go to bed. The box says 2 half droppers is the dosage. If you don't see results in maybe the first week, I would maybe increase that to 3 half droppers or somewhere around there to see if that's just simply where you need to go. Once you begin to get some control over that restless leg syndrome, then you can begin to reduce it down until you feel comfortable with the amount you're taking is helping you with that restless leg syndrome. So to answer your question, I have seen testimonials for people that have taken it for restless leg syndrome, and it has worked for them. Oh, there's Sarah. Sarah just, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It just popped into my head. All right. Thank you, Sarah, for helping me out there. I appreciate it. All right, so let's put up the next banner for the final question. I'm just doing 3 today. And then how may I benefit from CBD? And so this is, I'm going to go to a slide, presentation that will address some of these things because you can't go through all the list, like the entire list of the specific things that I've read and heard and seen and felt in regard to how CBD has benefited me. But the list is lengthy, right? We can talk about diabetes. We can talk about, migraine headaches. We can talk about, injuries to your shoulder, pulled muscle. I mean, the list is so long because it goes from mind, body, skin, and sometimes soul. And so that list is very wide. So I'm going to use a presentation that's going to cover a little bit more broadly some of the things that I believe that CBD benefits people with. All right. So here's another comment just came in. Good deal. All right, just go to todayscbdoil.com and place an order, and there you go. All right, so here we go. So my banner went down. Hold on, I got to put that back up. All right, so I'm going to clap again to add the audio spike, and then I will begin. All right, here we go. All right. One of the frequently asked questions I get asked on top of all the others is, how may I benefit from CBD? People, I'm sure, watch the news or they hear the radio commercials that are now all over. I have Sirius, and so Sirius runs a CBD commercial, I think, on every commercial break no matter what I'm listening to. And you got Dr. Oz talking about it. You have, other news programs talking about it. And people, will talk about, it helps with, headaches, migraine headaches. That's the thing I was looking for. Migraine headaches to, arthritis, to diabetes, and all those kind of things. And, first of all, I have to tell you, the FDA has not approved anything that I'm saying. They've not endorsed anything I'm about to tell you, and they've not researched my statements. And so I can't tell you that CBD cures anything. I can tell you that it seems to benefit some of these things based on some of my research and based on, the studies that Vaseo has done and the testimonials I have read from people that have taken CBD. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen in just a moment. I'm going to go through a little presentation to show you a couple slides of a presentation that I give to doctors in Nashville in regard to CBD. And yes, I teach doctors about CBD, and they too have begun to use it and have begun to see good results for their patients. And that's all I can tell you. I cannot make any claims, but I can only tell you, again, what I believe CBD can do. So let me go ahead and share. Oops, let me get rid of the banner really fast here. And let me share my screen. And I'm going to make it larger. All right, so the endocannabinoid system is a very integral system that modulates almost everything within our body. In another frequently asked question video, I'm going to talk about the endocannabinoid system and go in much greater detail. As a matter of fact, you'll see a couple of these slides in that presentation. But the endocannabinoid system is where the CBD goes to begin to activate the endocannabinoid system so that it begins to bring all the other systems into balance, or homeostasis as it's called. And so the endocannabinoid system is a very integral system that modulates almost everything, as I just said. And so these things that are in the bullet points are such things as gastrointestinal activity, cardiovascular activity, pain perception, modulation of neurotransmitter release, maintenance of bone mass, protection of neurons, hormonal regulation, metabolism control, immune function, inflammatory reactions, inhibition of tumor cells, and the list actually goes on. And so why do we need CBD? It's because as we get older, we produce less and less endogenous cannabinoids. We have been starved of CBD for several decades thanks to the prohibition. We have more carcinogens and other harmful substances in our body and the air than ever before, and more stress and physical brain damage in our lives than ever before. And so the benefits and the way that this works to benefit is, sorry about that, is that the CBD comes in, it addresses those things that you as an individual are suffering from. So if you have a great deal of inflammation, for instance, the CBD comes in, the endocannabinoid system begins to go to work and addresses the inflammation. And it begins to reduce that inflammation based on the research and study that I've looked at. And so that's how it begins to work. If you have anxiety and depression, the endocannabinoid system knows what system is is out of balance. And now the endocannabinoid system sends the neurotransmitter signals to those areas saying we have CBD in our system. It needs to now balance or bring your system into homeostasis that is regulating or causing your anxiety and depression. And so that's how it benefits you. By taking the CBD, it gets into the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system goes to work and figures out what systems need to be brought into balance, and then it begins to do so. Now, there's a lot more science behind that. That's not that simple, but that's the simple way of describing how this all works. So the benefits are amazing. They're fantastic. They are widespread, and so the benefits from CBD are virtually unknown to me as to how it's going to affect you based on what you have going on in your body. If you are totally healthy, the one thing that I've read a great deal of is how the CBD being taken on a regular basis will actually cause a delay. If your genes, for instance, have you high on the scale to becoming diabetic, or having depression and anxiety, or Alzheimer's or dementia, what I've heard is that the CBD being in your system and being taken on a regular basis can prolong the possibility of you getting those things, or delaying it to a point where it's delayed so long that you'll be in your 90s or when you're 100 by the time that starts to take effect, where without taking that, it could have come sooner. Again, these are based on studies and documentaries and TED Talks and a lot of reading where I've learned about these types of things that it can benefit us from. All right, so the benefits are wide. I know I may not have directly addressed your situation. I had somebody earlier ask me about restless leg syndrome. And again, that's another thing that I've seen testimonials of people that have taken CBD and saw that restless leg syndrome begin to be reduced, and in some cases go away completely. Migraine headaches. I've had people that have had migraine headaches who take the cream and put the cream on their temples and take the CBD oil, and they say they've never felt relief from their migraines in their entire life like they felt when they began taking CBD and putting it into their system. And so again, the benefits are widespread. I hope I helped you understand how that works and why it addresses so many different things that seemingly to most people are unrelated, but the CBD benefits are fantastic. And again, they're widespread. So I hope that answered your question. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact me. Or if you're getting this video from somebody else besides myself, make sure and contact that person, because they want to definitely hear from you about how they can help you understand CBD and some of the other wellness products over at Viseo. All right. That's it for this video. I'll see you at the next one. Take care. All right. That is that one. All right. So we went through 3 frequently asked questions. Again, I'm going to break those down and edit them. Not edit them. I'm just going to cut the beginning and the end off out of this video and put them into a program that will be available to people when they ask me for more information. And it'll be easy for them to go to, and it'll answer all, hopefully all their questions that they may have. Unless somebody has any more comments that they want to put on here. Bruce, thank you for your question. I'm hoping you'll give it a shot and see if it works. Sarah, thank you for joining and helping me out with the restless leg syndrome. Nabucco, always great to have you on here. I appreciate you and you're watching. If anybody else is on, if you're watching the replay, I would love for you to comment and just let me know you're watching the replay. It just helps me know who is watching and if there's anything I can do to help you understand more about whatever you're watching my videos for. If you're watching because you want to learn more about V3 or the CBD oil or the CBD cream or the Renew or how it affects how our CBD affects pets, there's our pet brochure, and it works great for pets. I'm going to put a couple of frequently asked questions in there about pets. And so if you have any questions about that stuff and want to learn more about it, if you want to learn more about Overcome Nation, which is the team that I'm on in regard to this network marketing business, I'll be more than happy to tell you more about that, because I'm going to have a video about Overcome Nation and talk about how great that aspect of our network marketing family is. It is the best. It now may be the bigger draw. I always have to make sure and preface with saying this. Viseo and the wellness products and the CBD are the best in the business. They are fantastic. They work together. When you take them, they work actually hand in hand and become boosted by adding CBD and that type of stuff. And so there's nothing that I can tell you that's bad about Viseo, but the Overcome Nation team is just above and beyond anything I've ever really expected. And it is a great team to be on. If you have ever been involved in network marketing, you know the team can be an important part of your success with a network marketing business. And there's no doubt that Overcome Nation is the thing that makes everybody on our team successful, because of the free business school that Rick has created, Rick Gutman being the founder. It is an amazing, amazing organization. So with that, I'm going to sign off, let you guys go back to your Monday evening, and I will see you at the next video. All right, take care. Bye. Oops, hold on. I forgot to play my outro. How can I not play my outro? Here it is.